More than 500,000 nurses expected to retire by the end of the year. And if that happens, the U.S. will need more than 1 million new nurses to avoid a dire shortage. That's from the American Nurses Association. Health officials say the nursing industry has been short-staffed for years now, and the pandemic's only made things worse. But it's not just hospitals getting hard hit. And as CNBC's Meg Terrell reports, the nursing shortage is also taking a toll on schools.
All right, let's get this Band-Aid on you, buddy.
Kim Burrows has been a school nurse here at Ring Factory Elementary in Maryland for 5 years. It's a role that entails much more than ice packs and first aid.
Some people think we're just a Band-Aid room, and we don't have the chronic issues to manage, and we don't have the emergencies that come up at the schools to manage.
Have a good day, bud.
Despite her love for the job, Burrows says the pandemic has been overwhelming. These days, COVID-related tasks have doubled her workload.
There are days that you're just so busy because you have so many COVID phone calls and things to do.
Harford County, where she works, has lost 10% of its nursing staff to early retirements. The district's supervisor of health services, Mary Nasuda, says prompting some of those resignations are unhappy parents following attempts to contact trace or notify families about their children's exposure.
Sometimes that frustration has sort of manifested itself as anger or hostility, and it certainly has diminished our job satisfaction.
Also less than satisfying, the pay. The average school nurse earns between $64,000 and $67,000. That's $10,000 to $20,000 less than their counterparts at hospitals, making recruitment all the more difficult. But there may be some relief in sight.
The American Rescue Plan funding did earmark $500 million to hire school nurses. It's important for every student to have access to a school nurse.
Which is not always the case. Fewer than 40% of the nation's public schools employ a full-time RN, according to a study by the National Association of School Nurses.
I still will say this is the best job that I could ever imagine having, even with COVID.
Despite the challenges, Kim Burrows insists,
Let's check your temperature, sweetie.
She wouldn't want to be anywhere else and is encouraging more nurses to join her ranks. For the news, I'm Meg Terrell.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.